iPad going more international, iPhone on more carriers, a letter from the new head of Apple Retail, AT&T seeks to automate your home, and Evernote Updated. It's Wednesday, May 9th, 2012, and this is iWake. I'm Tim Chaten, and this is what's going on in the Apple world today. Good morning, and welcome to another edition of iWake. First up today is the happy news that the new iPad is on its way to 30 new countries this weekend, and that the iPad went on sale almost unnoticed last weekend in Turkey. So on May 11th, that is this Friday, I believe, the iPad will go on sale in Argentina, Aruba, Bolivia, Botswana, Brazil, Cambodia, Chile, Costa Rica, sorry about the pronunciation here, Ecuador, French Guiana, Guadeloupe, Jamaica, Kenya, Madagascar, Malta, Martiquitas, Morocco, Peru, Taiwan, Tunisia, and Vietnam. So there you go. And a day later, that's Saturday on May 12th, they'll be on sale in a few more countries: Bahrain, Egypt, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. So once these 30 countries launch this weekend, the new iPad will be available in close to 90 countries around the world. Pretty impressive rollout, if you ask me. Here locally, the iPhone is getting a few new carriers. According to TUAW, Bluegrass Cellular of Kentucky, Golden State Cellular of California, and Next Tech Wireless of Kansas will start selling the iPhone 4S on May 18th. Meanwhile, T-Mobile is working hard to support the iPhone. T-Mobile is promising to bring all its unlocked iPhone subscribers to 3G and 4G LTE service as part of its ongoing network overhaul. T-Mobile promises that by the end of 2012, its network will be iPhone ready. So after T-Mobile revamps their network, I'd imagine they'd be able to work with Apple to officially offer the iPhone. So who knows? The next iPhone may be T-Mobile's first iPhone. In other iOS news is Amtrak announcing their new iPhone initiative. According to the company, by late summer, 1,700 conductors will be able to use the iPhone and will be using the iPhone on Amtrak trains across the country. With the new system, passengers will be able to print tickets or load a special barcode on their smartphone screens for the conductor to scan. So basically, according to Matt Hardison, Chief of Sales Distribution at Amtrak, you don't even need to bring the printed document anymore. You can just bring your iPhone and you'll be able to scan it. He says we've made a number of improvements for both our customers and Amtrak as a whole, all in one fell swoop with this iPhone initiative. So he seems pretty excited, and this to me sounds like a fantastic initiative. I've ridden on several Amtrak trains and I'm looking forward to seeing the iPhone program in full force. Now out of iOS news and into some general Apple news is, first up, a letter from the new head of Apple Retail, John Browett. Here is this letter from John to the retail team. Starts team. At last, I've officially started at Apple, and it's great to be here. I've had the chance to meet many of you at stores in the U.S. and across Europe, and it's been one of my top priorities for the coming months is to meet many more of the people on our team around the world. It's incredibly impressive to be on the inside of Apple Retail. Many of my friends, relatives, and former colleagues have written to tell me how lucky I am to be working with such a great group of people, and I couldn't agree more. While our stores are fantastic and our products are amazing, it is really our people who make the difference in creating the best retail experience. There will be much more to share in the weeks ahead, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone over time. I'm thrilled to work with all of you, and as we build the future of Apple Retail together. And he signs it simply John. So there you go. I wish John the best of luck. Don't screw up a great thing. In other general Apple news is Apple extending MobileMe customers iCloud storage for an additional 3 months. So according to the Apple Frequently Asked Questions, MobileMe members with 20 gigabytes of purchased storage receive a complimentary iCloud storage upgrade to 20 gigabytes. And accounts with paid storage of 50 or 60 gigabytes receive that upgrade as well to 50 gigabytes after moving to iCloud. These free upgrades are good through September 30th, 2012. After that date, you can continue the upgrade at the regular price or let it expire and use the free 5 gigabyte plan. So I currently use this expanded storage for free because I was a MobileMe subscriber, and I really dig the extra room, though I can't justify paying for it unless iCloud storage starts to get used for something more beneficial than iOS device backups. I really don't see myself opting for more storage. So here's the iPhoto libraries or Aperture libraries in the cloud, and hopefully they're coming. So we'll finally have a reason to want more cloud storage from Apple. So good news, they're extending it to September 30th, but bad news, we're still not able to do much with it. Now onto some app news. To begin is Rovio, announcing some impressive earnings. According to Engadget, the company announced that in 2011 it made a huge $106.3 million in turnover and a whopping $67.6 million in sheer profit. With Angry Birds Space being such a hit, I don't see this cash flow slowing down anytime in 2012. Another app news is AT&T getting into the home automation business. According to 95Mac, AT&T has announced its plans for consumer home automation and security suite of services that will begin trials this summer. The services, which exist under the AT&T Digital Life naming umbrella, can be controlled through your iOS device, like an iPad, iPhone, or Apple Touch, and through a website. The system allows users to control home features such as thermostats, power outlets, garage doors, lighting, and more. The service also lets users keep an eye of their home security, and the software allows users to do this away from home. So you're able to turn on or off security features, which is pretty sweet. Technology looks pretty cool, and the service is being offered to those that currently don't use AT&T. So you won't need an AT&T iPhone, you won't need an AT&T home internet connection, and you won't need AT&T landline phones. If you want this, you just have to live in the United States. So that's it. It'll be launching this summer as a beta in select cities. Another app news is a new app from TwitPic. According to Mac Rumors, the app looks something like Instagram and includes a photo editor with effects, cropping, and other photo editing features. It also allows users to see their friends' photos and the most popular pictures across the service. TwitPic has licensed its photo editing tech from Aviary. The app is free and provides a nice way to share photos with other TwitPic users. So yesterday I shared how Evernote has acquired Pen Ultimate. Well, today Evernote has updated their iOS apps. Version 4.2.0 is a pretty big update and includes the following changes. First up is a major note editor upgrade and redesign for iOS 5 on the iPhone. So you have easier access to attachment features, improved placement of text styling and formatting options, a redesigned note info screen, and more powerful note editing capabilities. Next is an updated feature update to their checkbox functionality. So in the past, checkbox, doing to-do lists were kind of difficult to do with Evernote on the iPhone. Now it's a lot better. They've added support for checkbox indentation, and you can create a checkbox list by adding a new line after the first box. So they've added some things to make it even better for doing to-do lists and things like that. Also included in this update is improved attachment support, so you can now do photo stream attachments, and they've redesigned the audio recorder, so it's more pretty to use, and I think a little bit more functionality there too. The note editor settings also got a revamp with the option to turn off note auto tilting and the option to turn off auto save to camera roll functionality. So every time you take a photo in Evernote, it used to just go in the camera roll. Now you have the option to turn that off. The update is out now and available in the App Store. The last app story of the day is an important one for podcast fans like yourself. Instacast 2.0 is now out, and there's a lot new about it. Pretty much everything's new. So what's new? They've got a revamped and improved user interface. Episode archiving is now a thing. Improved podcast player with the following new features. They've got a sleep timer, continuous playback, backward and forward. They have a list of episode links. You're able to share playback position via email and Twitter. So you're able to email or Twitter your position in a podcast and have that load up in another person's client, which is really sweet. You have chapter navigation, and they've improved the download management with pause and cancel of downloads. You're able to reorder downloads to set priority. And they've improved the podcast feed parser. That is the thing that detects what the podcast is, what the metadata is, things like that, with support for Atom feed, support for MP3 chapter markers, which I didn't even know was a thing. I knew it was in AAC, so I'll have to investigate how that works. Support for multi-format podcast. So I'd imagine you do video and audio on one podcast. Support for episode deep linking, voiceover support, and data export. Also included is an option to upgrade to Instacast Pro. The in-app update includes the following things. So you're able to do playlists and smart playlists now with the Instacast Pro, bookmarks with import and export functionality. You have settings for individual podcasts and push notifications for new episodes. The app still syncs over iCloud to your other iOS devices and comes in at the very low cost of 99 cents. The Pro upgrade is only $2, so $3 for the stellar podcasting app. not too shabby. The update is out now. And something to mention here is it's iPhone only, and Stochastic HD is still available and has not yet been updated to version 2.0 quite yet, so hopefully that'll come pretty soon. Closing out the show today is Apple and Samsung getting ready for their patent battle in the courtrooms. Both Apple and Samsung have followed the judge's request to reduce the number of infringing claims. According to Engadget, Samsung did this by dropping its total number of asserted patent claims from 75 to 15, while dismissing 2 patents from the case altogether. Apple's reduced its case to 1 claim from each of its asserted utility patents. It's 4 iPhone and 1 iPad design patents, and its trade dress claims for those 2 devices. Keep in mind, however, that they did so without prejudice, which means that either party can reassert these dismissed claims in a later lawsuit, and I imagine that may actually happen. The trial is set to start on July 30th. Well, that's what's going on in the Apple world today. If you like this show, and I hope you do, I really do, head on over to iTunes and leave a review of this podcast. So go to iTunes, most people have it, and just search for iWake. And there, just leave a quick review. What do you think about the show? I'd love to have some more reviews there. Also, make sure to sign up for iWake Again. iWake Again is what financially supports this podcast that could go away at any time without your financial support. So please subscribe to that. It's over at iWakePodcast.com/again. Besides supporting the show financially and paying for what you get for free Monday through Friday, you'll also get bonus content on Saturday. Every Saturday, you get a special episode that's around 30 minutes in length, different discussions and interviews that I have with other Apple folks, and it's a pretty cool show. So iWakePodcast.com/again. And if you're listening to the audio show, make sure to check out the YouTube version over at youtube.com/TCHATEN. Join me tomorrow for another edition of iWake. Aloha.